Friday night football is on tap in Louisville as 0-1 Louisville welcomes FCS Southeast, aka Villanova somehow, looking to bounce back from last week's 24-10 loss to then number 9 Ole Miss in Nashville. The Cardinals struggled to get much going offensively in that matchup, managing just 239 yards of total offense, while their leading rusher was held to only 29 yards. Now Louisville gets a chance to regroup at home against a Villanova/FCS Southeast squad looking to make some noise against an ACC opponent. After last week's offensive struggles, the Cardinals will be looking to establish the ground game and find some rhythm early. Clear skies and a warm summer evening set the stage for a 6 p.m. Friday night kickoff. Louisville has a chance to put last week's disappointment behind them. Friday night in the Derby City, it's time to get back on track. It's FCS Southeast/Villanova at the Louisville Cardinals coming up next.
Welcome to L&N Federal Credit Union Stadium. Early season momentum at stake here as we have a Week 2 clash here on EA Sports College Football. It's the Condors and the Louisville Cardinals. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rowe will be keeping an eye on things on the sideline. And it'll be the Condors. Kickoff unit is ready, and so is this home crowd. They've been waiting on the season, and here we go. He'll take the return, try to get better field position. He'll be stopped just short of the 25-yard line. They'll mark it at the 24, and good work by the coverage unit. The Cardinals' offense will go on the attack first. Isaac Brown, and everything in this attack runs through him.
And you got to love this guy's speed. And to me, David, that's the one thing that really separates him from most other running backs in college football. There are so many guys at this level that can make you miss, and they can get in the second level. They can run through tackles, catch the ball, block, all that stuff. This guy, though, has home run breakaway speed. If he gets past your second level, he's out.
And he makes the catch, and he's free. He'll be forced out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 44-yard line, and this offense has it going. They'll run it on the counter. Nice move to keep running. Stopped at the 46-yard line, but give him 10 yards and the first down. Might as well give it to him again. How about those sweet twinkle toes-like moves as he gets to the 38? And the Cardinals in a good spot here with second and short. Handoff for Brown. There he goes. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. The Cardinals kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Got out of trouble and throws. Grabbed in the middle. It's McCoy. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. He is lucky to get that one back, and the last thing you want is to turn it over on your opening drive. We'll see if they go back to the air after the incompletion. It's 3rd and 5. Left side is Hughes. And he's not going to be able to convert. Knocked down just inches shy of the first down. Kick is good. The offense has 3 points to show for the drive. And the first points of the day come on that field goal.
Well, you're always going to wonder what woulda, coulda, shoulda happened on 4th and inches had they gone for it. But with this kicker, I like taking 3 points and putting it on the board.
On the run from inside his own 5. He stopped right there after a short return, was looking for running room, and the coverage unit wasn't having it. So the Condors offense takes the field for the first time in this game. And they've got the veteran, this senior quarterback, to guide the ship. This offense is going to be productive. He will have to play well in this one. Pulls it. And he couldn't find any room to breathe. What a great job on the run fits by this defense. 2nd and long here. The give to the left side. He stopped for no gain again. Back-to-back runs, and they have nothing to show for it except facing a 3rd and long. Back to throw, it's right. Under pressure. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover. And the quarterback just couldn't bring himself to pull the trigger and get rid of the ball, and they knock it free.
So let's give the secondary tons of credit, right, Reese? They were doing an outstanding job in the back end, in coverage, not allowing any receivers open, and that's why the QB had to keep holding it and keep holding it. That allowed the pass rush to get to him, and that created the turnover.
What a golden opportunity for this offense, scooping up the ball, and now they've got it inside the 10. Makes the grab. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. The run up the middle, looking for the score. Nowhere to run, and he barely makes it back to the line of scrimmage. This defense was put in a difficult spot, but they've made it tough, and now the offense faces 3rd and goal. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Louisville!
And the offense punches it in again, and we call his name again. That's 2 touchdowns now in 2 games with still more to be played. I'll tell you what, I think this guy's name will be called a lot more throughout the season. He's that kind of good.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And he got into the house from the 6 to finish it. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Condors make their way onto the field to open this drive. On the option, they've spotted them a 10-0 start now to see if they can answer on this drive. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. The give to the left. Tackle behind the line, and he'll lose 1 on the play. And the running game has gone in the wrong direction. The offense tries to turn it around and go forward on 3rd down. The fake wants to throw. Rushes on. Lets it fly. And he almost had a pick. The Condors will punt this one away. He only needs a sliver of daylight. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Sells the run, looking to pass. And his throw is incomplete. Long way to go on 2nd down. Wide receiver going in motion. Quick give. It's Brown. Picked up 4 yards on the play. It'll be 3rd and 6. 3rd and 6 yards to go. From the gun, wants to pass. Got it. Plows through the defense. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Here comes the heat. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. And the Cardinals will call on their punt team. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Fields the punt. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. Looking for the edge. The keeper on the option. Didn't even get started. He'll be dropped for a loss of 3. Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. Doing it himself again. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36. 3rd and 6 yards to go. To the air. It's right. Rush right in his face. And he's sacked. Great work there by this defense.
And how about the defense getting home with the pass rush? Playing man coverage in the back end. You need to win up front. Those guys got to get to the quarterback. Do a great job rushing the passer. I can play man when I got a pass rush like that.
And it'll be the Condors who will bring the punt team onto the field. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Looks it in. Spinderella. Looking for running room. He'll get it to the 43-yard line before he's stopped. Good field position here as they start this drive from their 43. Out of the chute. Quick toss to the right. He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the first down. Wants to go up top on 2nd down. Caught, it's Brown. And a good pickup there. They'll move the sticks for a first down. Let's see if they try to get another snap before the quarter expires. That's the end of the period, and Louisville has the lead. Let's take a look at the numbers, and they have jumped out to an impressive start. Big turning point as we head into the 2nd and get this game rolling again. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Sells the run, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. Out wide left, it's Hughes. He goes out of bounds across the 25, mark it at the 24, and this defense, its head is spinning. Wants to throw one first. They're all over him. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. A give to Brown. Defense there to stop him at the 20. Let's give him 3 yards on that carry. Here they come, facing 3rd and long from the 20. From the gun, wants to pass. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming. And for the 2nd time tonight, they'll trot out the field goal kicker. Never a doubt. And now the lead is even bigger. From deep, it's King. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Condors make their way onto the field to open this drive. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3 and out the last time they had the ball. Pulls it on the option. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. Went with the running game on 1st down, now back at it. Working the ground game. Tried to fight his way through that tackle, but he's brought down. 3rd and long, a lot of ground to cover. Looking to throw, it's right. On the move. He's going to take off. They're going to mark him just inches short of getting that 1st down, but he is so dangerous when he takes off on the scramble. Let's see what they do on 4th down. Punt is on its way. Catches it at the 30. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. Guys, this offense will go back on the attack. Off play action on first down. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. Catch in the middle, it's forward. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. Hand off, Isaac Brown. Tackled almost immediately. Not a whole lot on that one. They'll need a bunch on second down. Looking to throw. Gets rid of it. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach. After the second down misfire, looking at a 3rd and 8. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there. The Cardinals send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And the punt hits at the 6, and they can't down it, and it'll be a touchback. The Condors make their way onto the field to open this drive. The ride into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped at the 21. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Motion from the wide receiver. Fake to the back, wants to throw it. Throws for the tight end. Right side, it's Perkins. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. The Condors, right after the huge play through the air, back to the line. From the gun, running back on the move. Driven back. They'll try to overcome that last play on 2nd and 15. Out of the gun, the give to the back. And he is snuffed out, greeted by a host of defenders. They need a huge play on 3rd and long. To throw, it's right. Oh, pressure's coming. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. And it'll be the Condors line up to punt it away. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. Trying to get started. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. Louisville's offense has taken the field, and they look ready to go. Nice play by the defense to jar that one loose. 2nd and long here. Off play action. Out wide right, it's Foley. And the big fella couldn't elude the cornerback who makes a sure tackle. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. He's going for a big play downfield. Makes the grab at the 10. And he scores! Touchdown Cardinals!
And this offense is clicking. Another touchdown. Didn't have to go far for this drive, but this offense is doing what they want, how they want, when they want.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is good. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finish the drive with a 64-yard scoring toss. Looks like he's going to try to return it. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. The Condors make their way onto the field to open this drive. Keeping it on the ground with the single back. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on 2nd down here. They'll move the wide receiver. Keeps it himself. He breaks a tackle. Has plenty for the first down, and they stop him at the 28. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Trying to get the corner. He gets nothing, and they're staying stubborn with this running game, but at some point you're going to have to change your thought process. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. Wide receiver comes in motion. They'll run it.
These are the ones in the stands where you get booed if it doesn't work. Why would you run the ball on 2nd and long? You stink, OC. Or you get the big applause and you're like, yes, nice job. Keeping the manageable 3rd down situation. Good call. So tough spot to be in 2nd and long. Nice answer, nice run by the running back.
They have been stagnant on offense, but finally a little forward movement as they've got a 1st and 10. They're going back to the ground. Stopped right there. Couldn't get him blocked on that last one. Now it's 2nd and 14. Hard running there. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42. Now the offense wants to make sure everything's straightened out, and they call their first timeout. The brain trust getting thoughts together for this big 3rd down coming up. Drops back. It's right. Unleashes one. Finds a man in the middle. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38. The Cardinals decide to use the first of their 3 timeouts. And they're really frustrated having to use that after giving up the 1st down. He'll do it himself. Turning it on. Past the 20. Touchdown, Condor. Once he got some room, it was over.
And this offense runs the option. They didn't need the option. The quarterback does a great job understanding that what the defense is trying to do. He's got space. He takes it. Why pitch it when I don't have to? Makes the big, long, explosive touchdown play for this offense.
Ready to try the point after. Bangs it through for an extra point.
Number 95, set to kick it off.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Fights off a defender. Got room at the 35. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the 1st down. And the Cardinals in the hurry-up.
The defense has got to do a better job with assignment football. Somebody has to be accounting for the quarterback on these run plays. You know you're going to see it. You've seen it on film. The option play, nobody home. He just takes off. That's an easy 1st down pickup for the offense. Moving forward now, the defense, they've got to settle in, and they've got to start playing better when it comes to assignment football.
He's run out of bounds, but not before a huge gain and the 1st down. Snap on 1st down, wants to throw. Can hold on in the face of the contact. Long way to go on 2nd down. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Whoa, does he turn that loose down the middle. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Cardinals.
Nice drive, nice touchdown. I love this offense's response to what happened a week ago. Listen, we're 0-1, so be it. Let's put the foot on the gas. Let's move forward, get better, and they have in Game 2 so far.
PAT unit on the field. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. They put together a 5-play, 75-yard drive. And they pay it off with a strike from 38 yards out. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the 1st half. Looking to pass. It's right. Look out. And down he goes. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
And it's an ancient proverb for a reason, right? Know thyself. And what he does best is hang in the pocket and throw strikes and attack the field. It's not really running, and you can see he takes off, and the defense closes in fast, and the most important thing happens for the defense. They hit him, they get the ball out, and they force the turnover.
This offense has been running wild in the first half, but wait, they want more before they go to the locker room. Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage at 2nd and goal. Louisville calls its second timeout. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Here's Brown. Touchdown, Louisville! How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option?
And with that score, this thing is getting ugly. This offense has had their way, and not only have they had their way, now they finished the half like you're supposed to, scoring the football, building on their lead. This defense is going to have to go into half and find some answers.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And they add the extra point to finish the drive. They didn't have a whole lot of real estate in front of them when they took over possession, but they wasted no time. Couple of plays into the end zone. He'll bring it out. It's King. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. They go to the counter. He'll push his way forward for a few, and the clock will continue to run. Just enough time to get off one more snap. And they head to the locker room. 2 quarters in the books, and time for us now to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football studio with scores from around the country.
Now back to your game in Louisville. And in this day and age where quarterbacks chuck it all over the field, how refreshing to see 2 offenses rely on off-tackle left, off-tackle right, and even a few halfback dives. Physical offensive lines and elusive backs have told the story. A throwback to the halcyon days of 3 yards and a cloud of dust. And with that, let's send it back to the fellas at L&N Federal Credit Union Stadium.
He'll put toe to leather and get this second half started. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. The Condors make their way onto the field to open this drive. Got blown out in the first half and now just desperate to find anything to generate momentum here in the 3rd quarter.
It just starts with one play, though. Just need one thing to go right for this offense to start to build that momentum, and then that becomes infectious for the defense, for special teams. Everything can change. It just takes one play.
It really can, and it's so strange, and you can't quantify it. I don't know how to describe it as a coach or as a player, but you got to make something happen, and it's got to start on this drive.
Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. The Condors will send out the punt unit. That leg is staying loose. Already the 5th kick of the night. Looking for room. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. Here comes the offense back onto the field. Here's Brown to begin the drive. Pickup of 5. It's now 2nd and 5. Line getting set on 2nd down. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. Throws to the tight end. Got there right as the ball did. Jarred it loose. It'll be 3rd down. We'll see if they go back to the air after the incompletion. It's 3rd and 5. On 3rd down, here's Brown. They pull him down, but he's got enough, and it'll be a 1st down for this offense. The Cardinals come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Motion from the wideout. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. Handoff for Brown. And he's brought down after a short gain. Ton of ground to cover here on 3rd and long. Motion from the back. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. And the Cardinals will line up to punt it away. Trying to play a little field position with that high punt. He came so close to pinning them deep, but maybe just a little too greedy. Tried to get it too close, and it'll come out to the 20. To the back. And knock him down after a gain of 3 to the 23. Got 3 on 1st down at 2nd and 7. Pulls it. Now the pitch. And they'll ride him down, but not before he picked up the 1st down. And how about the timing on that pitch?
That's a 1st down for the offense.
Leaves it in his belly. Stonewalled again. No gain on the play. They keep trying to stick with the running game, but there's not much getting done. From the gun, the ground game. And again finds nowhere to run. Maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage this time. Looking to throw, it's right. Under pressure. They got him. Great pressure by this defense.
And I wish I could bring you some hope, but man, this defense, again, you know, they already got the lead. They got their ears pinned back. They're rushing the quarterback. I know this one's over, but offensively, they'll just find a way to protect our guy, put something together. Maybe we find a way to make this respectable at some point in the football game.
And it'll be the Condors decide to punt it away. We've seen a lot of the punt team 6 times tonight. He'll try to make the catch in traffic. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. The Louisville offense is headed back out on the field. Give him 9 on that one, sets up a 2nd and 1. The Cardinals with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Pulls it and runs it again. All over him in the backfield. He'll lose 3 on the play. It's 3rd and 5. Again, it's Brown. Oh, he's got some space. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. 1st down, right back to Brown. There's a crease. Lots of green grass as he gets it to the 31. And the Cardinals look to keep this drive humming. Play action on 1st down. Finds the tight end. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds. After the 4-yard completion on 1st down, now it's 2nd and 6. They'll give it to Isaac Brown. He's stopped after a 1-yard pickup at the 25.
I like the decision there in the RPO game too, guys. I know he only got a couple of yards, but that play's going to open up bigger opportunities throwing the football down the field in the RPO game too. So keep handing it off to this guy. Let him see what he can do. And when the defense gives you the look to hold the football and then finally throw it, that's when you take advantage.
That penalty cost him a 3rd down conversion, and now they'll have to try it from a little farther away. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. And they'll run the field goal unit back out there. This kicker has already banged a couple through. He's got it, showing off that big leg from 47 yards out. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. The give to the lone running back. Nice move there. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain. Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. To the ground. He's got it again. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. That's the end of the quarter, and Louisville has the edge. And this beatdown is close to completion as we've reached the end of 3. Let's take a look at how we got here. As we enter the 4th quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. They had a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. Turns upfield, it's right. He'll be brought down quickly after a very short game. They have it at the 43, 3rd and short, trying to avoid making a decision on 4th down. And he's not going to get the first down. Good stop there. Down by multiple possessions. They can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. Running the option. It's right. Stop, no chance. This defensive line won the battle, and they got the football back with a 4th down stop. They're going to run it to the right. Just smothered on the play. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. The throw on 2nd down, and they need a lot. Back's got it on the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short game there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31. Fresh set of downs going up top. Great job to separate the ball from the receiver there. They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. Selling the fake. Caught behind the line. It's Skinner. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. Ball's at the 22. 3rd and short coming. Can the defense force him to settle for a field goal? Drives inside. Got enough to move the sticks. First down from the 17. The Cardinals kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Could not make his way to the corner. They've got a solid drive working, but now looking at 2nd and 11. They want to throw it. Rushes on. Throws to the back. Caught. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business. 1st and goal. And the Cardinals go back to work after moving the chains through the air. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. Grinding and churning close to the goal line, but he'll be stopped inches short. We'll see if the offense can punch it in on 2nd and goal. Trying to surge it in. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Cardinals!
And this offense looking more and more like themselves. This is what we're accustomed to seeing. Last week, more of a blip, right? 0-1 to start the season. Kind of had some bad vibes, some bad mojo. Bounced right back, putting up a ton of points. And this one is all but over. 1-1 is here for this team.
And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. So they move the ball 43 yards on that drive, and they close the deal, pushing their way inches into the end zone. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Really disciplined job.
All right, at 44-7 with under 6 minutes to go, I think we can afford to get the backups in there for Louisville. Avoid some injuries to the starters, get the backups some reps. So here we go.
The Condors make their way onto the field to open this drive. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the 4th down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating because you think you might get points and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
The Condors now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. On the option. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. Hand it to the back. Breaks into the open. That'll be enough for the 1st down, and they'll mark it at the 48. And it'll be the Condors come to the line with a new set of downs. Wide receiver going in motion. Makes a man miss. Caught, and he's got room. He'll go out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Big pickup there, and this offense is feeling it. They'll run it. Trucks through the defender. Productive 4-yard gain there on the ground as he gets it down to the 31. The whistle blows to stop the clock as they check on an injured Cardinal on the play. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Pulls it on the option. Might have picked up a couple on that one before he was knocked down. They'll snap it from the 28 in field goal range, but it's 3rd and short. Push is ahead. He's got enough for the 1st down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line. Clock stops, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. They're going to go right back to him on 1st down. Hit and stopped right there. Not much on that pickup. After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. Back to throw, it's right. Takes a hit as he fires. Just barely got rid of it. They've got it right on the edge of the red zone, but they face a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Nothing there, and he just had to throw it away. And on 4th down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. From the left hash, he'll try to bend in a 37-yarder. Field goal is good. Well, they got 3 back, but that's about all you can say about it.
And I know a lot of people are scratching their heads why they try to kick that field goal. You're in the 4th quarter. You're down a boatload of points. A field goal isn't going to do it. If you want to win this game, you need touchdowns. I would anticipate for every possession they get from here on out, man, you've got to be way more aggressive.
He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. The handoff, keep working on that clock.
And I'll tell you what, it's really nice at this point in the game if you can lean on your run game. When you have the lead, you've got the football late in the game, you can chew that clock and start to really make that defense have a little bit of panic.
He finds a soft spot in the middle. And he's got enough for the 1st down. They'll mark it at the 34. Well, this one had all the suspense of a bug hurtling his way toward a windshield, and they did splatter them. An absolutely dominating performance.
Got to give the coaching staff a ton of credit. They obviously had their guys ready to play and motivated right from the opening kick. All 3 phases we saw, just spectacular football. No mental mistakes, David. You really can't play better than that.
Nah, it's really fun to do this. Come out and just dominate opponents. Start from finish. Nothing to worry about. You just know you're better. You're going to do you, put up a bunch of points, and win by a lot of points.
This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis saying goodbye, everybody.
So Louisville bounces back in week 2 from their loss in week 1 to then number 9 Ole Miss. They roll 44-10. They get a little bit of rushing success today. Not a ton, considering it was an FCS school, but at least some. So they won 44-10. Taking a look at the team stats, Louisville had the edge in first downs 20-11. Total offense 383-202. Rushing yardage, they did get outrushed 149-134, but at least they broke 100 yards rushing, as they definitely did not last week. Passing yards, Louisville had the edge 249 to only 53 for FCS Southeast. Third down conversion percentage, Louisville had the edge 50% to 33%. FCS Southeast had the only 2 turnovers of the game. They were both lost fumbles. And then the time of possession battle was won by FCS Southeast by just 20 seconds. Player stats for Louisville, Lincoln Kienholz finishes 20 of 34 for 239 yards, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions. FCS Southeast, Earl Wright finishes 6 of 10 for 53 yards, no touchdowns, no interceptions. Leading rusher for FCS Southeast was Rock Johnstone, 20 carries for 69 yards, though Earl Wright did have a rushing touchdown and 68 yards on 14 carries. Louisville was led by Isaac Brown. He almost cracked 100 himself, 14 carries for 95 yards, 1 touchdown on the ground. Kienholz had a rushing touchdown, as did Lakai Tompkins. Leading receiver for Louisville was Chris Hughes, 6 catches for 81 yards and a touchdown. Trey Richardson had 2 catches for 65 yards and a touchdown as well. FCS Southeast was led, I guess, by Curtis Nix, 2 catches for 17 yards for him, or you could say Jarris Perkins, 1 catch for 21 yards. Leading blocker for FCS Southeast was Montana Jones with 3 pancakes. Louisville was led by Kaysen Henry and Brody Foley, each with 6 pancakes. Defensive leaders for the Cardinals, they were led in total tackles by Stanquan Clark with 10. He also led the team in tackles for loss with 3. Antonio Watts led the team in sacks with 2, and no interceptions for Louisville. For FCS Southeast, no interceptions, no sacks. 6 different guys had 1 tackle for loss to tie for the team lead. And then Emmanuel Dexter led the team in total tackles with 10. Kicking for FCS Southeast, Turner Mills made his only field goal attempt from 37 yards out. He also made his only extra point attempt. For Louisville, Nick Keller made all 3 of his field goal attempts. The long he had was a 47-yarder. He was also 5 of 5 on extra point attempts. Punting for Louisville, Jacob Baker had 3 punts for an average of 44 yards per punt. For FCS Southeast, Ty Minchie had 6 punts for an average of 47.8 yards per punt. Kick returns for FCS Southeast, Kevin King had 6 returns for an average of 15.1 yards per return, and Tyrone Hickson had 1 return for 10 yards. For Louisville, Chris Hughes had 1 return for 24 yards, and Braxton Jennings had 1 return for 15 yards. Punt returns for Louisville, Chris Hughes had 6 returns for an average of 12.5 yards per return, and for FCS Southeast, Pace Jenkins had 1 return for 8 yards. Scoring summary, in the first quarter, Louisville got a 28-yard field goal from Nick Keller and a 6-yard touchdown run from quarterback Lincoln Kienholz to take a 10-0 lead after the first quarter. Second quarter, they add a 36-yard field goal from Keller. They get a 64-yard touchdown pass from Kienholz to Trey Richardson. FCS Southeast then gets a 38-yard touchdown run from Earl Wright. Louisville answers back with a 38-yard touchdown pass from Kienholz to Chris Hughes, and then a 2-yard touchdown run from Isaac Brown. And it was 34-7 Cardinals at the halftime break. Third quarter, Louisville adds a 47-yard field goal from Keller to go up 37-7 going into the fourth. And in the fourth quarter, Louisville gets a 1-yard touchdown run from Lakai Tompkins, and then FCS Southeast gets a 37-yard field goal from Turner Mills. That gives you your final score of Louisville 44, FCS Southeast, a.k.a. Villanova. Somehow Villanova's FCS Southeast 10. So 34-point win for the Cardinals a week after getting defeated by a top 10 team in Ole Miss. Headline says home field advantage. The Louisville Cardinals are now 1-1 after defeating FCS Southeast at L&N Stadium. Highlighted players are Rock Johnstone for FCS Southeast and Lincoln Kienholz for Louisville. You can see Louisville, much higher rated team. And there's Louisville's schedule. They lost by 2 touchdowns to now number 8 Ole Miss last week. They got the win against FCS Southeast 44-10 this week. And next week they're at home against number 21 SMU. That could be an interesting game. We'll see how it goes. Next week 2 game coming your way. I think it's another Friday night game. Yes, we got a couple more Friday night games. We've got Rutgers at Boston College as the Big Ten battles the ACC in Chestnut Hill, Massachusetts. But from Louisville, Kentucky, the Louisville Cardinals pick up their first win of 2026, defeating FCS Southeast / Villanova 44-10, and we'll see you next time.